Hey Geek, so on a previous video I did a comparison of Asia versus the USA. Some of the main differences that I saw after having gone back and forth from Asia to the US for a little over a year now. And today I'm just doing something a little bit more relaxed. I'm just taking a walk here near the Mekong River. I'm in Vientiane, Laos, which is my mother country. I was actually born here in Laos and a lot of my family is here. And today I'm just gonna give you just some of my thoughts, my observations of an everyday life here. And these are just my experiences, so your experiences could be different. And being here in Vientiane, Laos, this is actually the largest city in Laos. It is the capital city. And so this is, I would say, a different perspective than maybe living out in the village or the countryside. So let me give you another look of the Mekong River, which is the most famous river. It runs across multiple countries, including Laos. And in the mornings, I really enjoy coming out here because, well, despite all the motorcycle stuff going around, this is the most peaceful period for me. And at the same time, it is just a lot cooler because if you've ever been to Southeast Asia, it is hot practically all the time, hot and humid. And right now we're actually in rainy season. So typically rainy season is from July to September in most countries here in Asia. And so it rains a lot. And so there are some cloudy skies, but it's nice to have a time without rain. And so that's the first thing that I found is for most people, morning time and evening time is probably going to be the best, mainly due to the hot weather. And obviously most people still go to work, but work culture here, I would say it's very, very different versus what we have in the United States. Okay, so in the United States, we have a typical 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend culture. Whereas here in Southeast Asia, I just don't see that. It's just so different here. Like today is a Sunday and people are just working like normal. And the thing is, they don't really have like a 9 to 5 culture. Now, are there people who go to work at 9 to 5? Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, it's like work whenever you can type of culture. And it's more than just one job. Whereas with most people in the United States, they will have one job or maybe they'll have some side businesses or a business. Whereas here in Laos and most Southeast Asian countries, a lot of people have more than one thing. They have a job, they might have another job, they might have multiple businesses. So it's a very entrepreneurial type of living. You know, it's basically however you could get money in. And because of that, they don't have the typical schedule, you know? And it's kind of odd when you see that because I would have like family and friends like doing weird times, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something. They'll just come out and hang out, but they're still quote unquote working, you know? Or at night, you know, they're coming off of work and taking care of their kids and come and have dinner together. And then they have another business that they're running inside their homes. And so it is just so different. But even though they are, I would say technically working more than people in the United States overall, they don't let that be like the main center of their life. And that's like the biggest difference that I see in just everyday living is people don't live to work. They kind of work to live. And at the same time, they have many ways in which they could do that. And generally, it's very flexible is the best word that I can use. And I think it's really awesome because it gives them more time to do what's most important to people here in Southeast Asia. And that is family, people. That's the most important thing that I've seen. And that's another everyday life thing. The people aspect, I absolutely love it. You know, you're walking throughout the day and you actually talk to people. You know, whereas in the United States, unless you really know someone, you might not even know your neighbors next door to you, even living there for years and years. Whereas here in Southeast Asia, in most Southeast Asian countries, it's not uncommon for you to know practically everyone around your neighborhood. And at the same time, whenever you're going out and you're just talking to people, it's very easy to talk to people. And obviously the language is a big thing, but even if it's not an English speaking country, most people try their best to communicate with people who do speak English, but it just comes to the whole culture of actually communicating with people, talking to people, building relationships. And I think that's probably the most important everyday life thing that I've seen. Now, another thing that you'll probably notice, and this really depends on where you're at in Southeast Asia, is that there is, things aren't as clean, I would say. Things aren't as organized in a lot of cases, but it really depends on what city or what country that you're coming from. Like if you're coming from Tokyo, Japan, or Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, it is very organized, very clean. But in some countries, like here in Vientiane, Laos, or in parts of Thailand or Cambodia, it might not be as clean and organized, okay? That's not to say that it's necessarily dirty in these countries. It's just not something that I'm very used to in the United States, where you have trash picked up every day and things are more organized and clean. Whereas here, it's not like that. And that's one thing that you definitely will have to get used to. And I think the Philippines is like that as well. So yeah, just kind of get used to trash being in various places and maybe things not being as organized or clean as you would in the United States. Now, the other thing is, at least for me, the whole idea of, I would say, keeping up with the Joneses, I think that's a quote. But if you're not familiar with that, it's basically trying to keep up with what other people have. Okay, so in the United States, just to give you an example, say somebody bought a big house or a nice car. So you want to keep up with what your neighbors are doing. Okay, so now you want to get a big house and a big car, or whatever the case might be. It's always trying to compete against other people, mainly for material things, a lot of consumerism. Whereas in most parts of Southeast Asia and just Asia in general, it's really not like that. Of course, there are people who are very materialistic, as in any country, but the vast majority of people here, they just don't care. And I really love that about people. I just talk to people and I really don't know what they have, nor do I care. And I really feel like that would be something that would be very, very helpful for places like the US. So that way you could focus on what's most important, and that's the person that you're talking to versus what they have, or at least what they project that they have. And that's really refreshing, and it just kind of goes back to the whole importance and value that people place on people. It's a very people-oriented culture here in Southeast Asia. And for me, that's something that honestly I didn't know was as important as it is, because whenever you live in that type of culture, I think you just feel a lot, I would say, more appreciated, because people truly, in most cases, want to get to know you, and vice versa. And you also grow relationships with great support systems, okay, which is something I think everyone would want, in my opinion, regardless of what country or culture that they're living in. But here in Southeast Asia and most Asian regions, that is one of the highest values that they have. And then one other thing of everyday life here that I'm seeing, at least here in Vientiane, Laos, but other parts of Southeast Asia as well, there is a lot of development and growth. Because whenever you hear the term third world country, you're normally thinking of countries that are poor, underdeveloped. But then when you're actually here, there's just so much stuff going on in these countries. Things that I just don't see happening in the United States. For example, the malls here, they are absolutely mega malls here, and they're really service the community. And that's something that used to be in the United States, but has quickly died over the years. Whereas here, it is just booming. And then another big thing is, just the sheer amount of new developments, buildings, businesses springing up in Southeast Asia. I kind of seen that almost everywhere in Southeast Asia. It's just so developed. Things are building so quickly. The economies are growing much, much faster. And so in general, it really seems like the Asian regions, they're growing versus what I feel in the United States, it's either stagnant or declining. And that's just been my experience. Just every time I come back, there's something new. There's more people coming, and it's not just tourists. There's actually people who are considering potentially living here, or at least going back and forth long term, which is what I'm doing. And I'm seeing that more and more, which is another thing that I've noticed with everyday life. I'm just seeing more and more people coming to these countries and regions, and it is really nice to see that. But at the same time, I kind of feel, hopefully, like in some cases, why it might be too many people visiting, and then it kind of affects the local culture. So there's pros and cons to both of those. But the bottom line is that Southeast Asia and Asia in general, it is growing very, very fast. And because of that, there's very few things that I am missing whenever I'm here. And if anything, I kind of feel like I have more things to look forward to here because it has all the basic amenities that I'm used to. Plus, it's constantly growing and expanding. And the other thing, and which is important to me, and it kind of combines all of these things together, is when I'm here in Southeast Asia, because of everything that's going on, the culture here, the values, I just have a lot less stress. My stress levels is so much lower. And a lot of that, first and foremost, it is because of the fact that my US dollars goes really far. But beyond that, when you combine it with everything else, it makes it a really wonderful experience. And then I could just take my time, could slow down and really enjoy where you're at, and also appreciate a lot of things as well. So those are just some of my thoughts here on everyday life here in Southeast Asia, and how, man, this is still one of the best things that I've ever done. And I do highly recommend, if this is something that you are able to do, come try it out. Because I think maybe like me, you'll come to these countries not knowing what to expect. And then before you know it, you're going back and forth more than a year of traveling to Asia and the US or whatever country that you're in, and loving every minute of it. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my travel videos, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave in the description area below or up here.